So we have another guest on the line. We want to introduce him and get him into this conversation.
He's been listening very tentatively.
He's been listening to all of you.
He certainly has. Mohsin Jameel, CEO of Trade Next and founder of Search for an Asian Football Star UK, which has now successfully also been launched in the Punjab and North India as well. Mohsin, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Now, I know you've been listening to all of our guests, giving their perspectives. Yeah. I would like to, for a moment, get your perspective on the economy, because, of course, you know, for yourself and your organisation with Trade Next, you are looking at the economy both here in the UK and also in India. Do you think that the Prime Minister has done a good job with the economy and the growth of the economy in the past year?
Well, I think probably it's very on a very infancy stage to judge that he has contributed to the economy, because I think when somebody comes to a power, the first year is cleaning up the mess for the last government, you know. And especially Mr. Modi is quite busy at the moment, you know, traveling around, building up a relationship with the other countries. But yeah, the economy has grown. We have seen that the GDP has gone up. But the question is, has the GDP gone up because of Modi, or it has organically gone up?
Okay.
So I think overall, in 1 year's time, there is a lot of things happen around. But the person who is suffering at the moment is a common man, you know. He is the person who is not getting what he is looking from the government actually at the moment. But you look at the Arvind Kejriwal, he came out of power from nowhere. Why? Because what people want is a radical change in India. And that's the reason he also had a landslide victory in Delhi, and he became a chief minister. And he beat the last chief minister who was ruling for the last 15 odd years. You know? So I think what people need at the moment is I think the important agenda here is the common man. And what manifesto we have for that. He has introduced a lot of policies, Jan Yojana, I don't know, opening a bank account for all the people in India. It's not been done. He said the black money will come to India if he is able to pull all the black money, and if every individual will get 1 lakh rupees. But the question is, where is that black money? What is he doing? Has he gone on a foreign trip with a suitcase to get the money back? Or he is really thinking of coming up with some changes, you know, and help these people out?
Now, Mohsin, just for a moment, we'd like to, because of course, you know, for a lot of Londoners listening, you know, India is the biggest democracy in the world, and not just Indians living in this country, but also everyone does look to see how the economy there is going to be as, you know, a superpower, and how that's going to affect us here in the UK. Now, Trade Next is someone that obviously does business both here and there. How do you see it going, let's say, over the next couple of years then, both for the UK and India, and that kind of economic relationship?
Well, I'm quite positive. At least I think Modi government has got a very strong manifesto, you know, and I think they will be concentrating more on developing towards the economy, because we are a financial services firm which are dealing with both India and UK. Both we have seen that there is a lot of changes in the past 1 year. So in terms of trading, because we are specifically into trading side, stock trading, we have seen the census has performed very well in the last 1 year. So there is a lot of positivity. We have seen that the FDI has been opened. So a lot of foreign direct investment will go to India as well. That will create a lot of opportunities. And the foreign cash reserve has increased as well. So these are all the positive signs for a firm like us, because then that will open a lot of gateway for our client to trade or to invest in the financial services, whether it is in UK or India. And for us, it's going to help us for sure.
Mohsin, I know that you're still on the line and listening to our panels. What are your thoughts? Do you want to come in on this?
Well, I believe that Modi certainly is concentrating too much on the NRIs. And I, being an Indian, I'm emotionally attached, as somebody said, definitely is the right phrase to put in place, that we are emotionally connected with India anyhow, whether we live in Britain or live in any part of the world. And Modi is concentrating too much on the NRIs as well, because we have not, the last government has not concentrated too much on the NRI side. I think what we need is he's trying to give us more leverage towards investing in India, and he made a lot of promises to the NRIs when he was in Australia and stuff like that. He's improving OCI, PIO, all those sort of entries for the NRIs to India.
So the visas that you're talking about, the lifetime, just for anyone who isn't aware of that, OPI is Origin Person of India. So these are actual visas, some of them lifetime visas that you can now have. So it's easier for you to obviously be a British citizen, or if you're Australian, whatever it may be, but then also have a lifetime visa for India as well. That's what you're talking about.
But then again, in terms of substance of this, more than 100 million Indians live abroad. but don't have dual citizenship. So, in terms of substantive issues, I mean, he's great at this sort of theater and making these grand schemes with really nice names and very nice, colorful websites. So, I mean, if I was looking for a PR for PR tips, I'd definitely look to Mr. Modi. But
Trust
in
me.
terms of substance,
But the thing is, we say that as well, but then we have a businessman on the line and he's saying that, it's actually affecting me in a positive way. I'm going to say goodbye to you now, my friend, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mohsin, for your time, and thank you so much for joining us on the show. Hopefully we can get you in the studio next time. That was Mohsin Jameel, CEO of Trade Next and founder of Search for an Asian Football Star. We've just received a couple of tweets which we're going to read out. If you'd like to tweet us,
and straight after that, Rana, you want to make it a point, so
yes,
we'll come right after
yes.
you. Vijay, sorry, we'll come right
Sure.
come back to you.